Welcome to the channel, everybody. This is Jeremy in Virginia, and I'm back with another Native American artifact. What we got here is a decorated bone. It's got some carvings, and it's got some original pigments, it's got portraits, it's got a little bit of everything. Now, the bone is likely one of three things. It's going to be horse, cow, or maybe, but I don't think so, an elk. Elk were last seen in my area, I think I want to say 1852. It was 1850s for sure. But other than that, you guys are the first ones to see this in a long time. At least the 1700s. At least say 1742, 1743, most likely. And I can say that because per county documents, that is when the last original Native Americans in this area lived here. They had been expelled out of the county after they were causing some mischief. But considering what had been done to them, I can't really say I blame them. These images here, it's the typical pre-Columbian style, but it's not going to look like Aztec or Mayan or Inca or Toltec. It's going to look like Virginia. I mean, because that's what it is. Although this style, I've seen it now all the way into Canada. I've seen it over into Tennessee, Kentucky, and then I've got a contact in North Carolina now, and he's finding stuff on stone that looks just like this too. But there's a face right here. There's the eye, the mouth. Anytime you see something that's darker, I guess, or demonic, I should say, evil, that's going to be Oki, god of the underworld. That's just how he's portrayed. These images here are smaller images on top of other work. You'll see there's images in the background too. And everything kind of borrows off of each other. The left eye of one face might be the right eye of another face. You might have the nose on a creature, might be another little figure. I mean, you'll see as we're going along here, the way it works. Like, take for instance here. Okay, we got this face here that we just looked at. When we zoom out, you're going to see that this is another face right here. There's the eye, there's the eye, there's the mouth. Most of it is going to be Oki, and then again it does it again. Here's another eye, the chin area down here, and it goes up and around. Oki was the only god, from what I understand, that could interact with humans. The rest of the gods were just kind of there. That's kind of the impression I'm getting now. Now, I'm still doing some research on that, but that's what it seems. You got a figure right here. Another figure here. Possibly maybe a deer or something there. I'm not real sure. Some kind of mammal-looking creature here. Now, this is kind of wicked here. This is like a skull-looking death thing. You got the white eyes and the mouth. It's even got teeth. The mouth has teeth. And then there's a little figure here, right here, and he's got his arms coming out, and he's holding a head. A lot of times it's human heads. A lot of times those are the Indians. That's how they represent themselves. Sometimes. And you'll see that there's more than one figure in here. There's a little figure, and then it turns into one big figure too. But often, like up here, you'll see this one here, this face back here, right here. Not the shadow. The white of the right in here, you'll see there's kind of a more human-looking face there. And if you study it for a second, it might start to make sense, but it might not, because, you know, this thing is pretty dirty. Now, up above that, let's see, right in here, that is more traditional Native American looking. But then again, it is another face. There's a face that runs this way too. You guys, I think you're starting to understand how this art's working. You're seeing it for yourself. And it looks like a jumbled mess, but which it is. But It has its reason, I guess. I don't know. There's a face right here. Some kind of weird looking eye, mouth. And this is not pareidolia. It's really not. Everything's here. Like there's a bear right here, I think. Yeah, you can see some stuff on the sides here too. See it all? Looks like we're getting into some animals over here now. What you're seeing here, a lot of these things, it can be found on the stone. These same type figures are found on the stone. Now, of course, they're not as detailed, paint versus stone, a little different, but overall, they're the same figures. You got some kind of animal maybe there. That right here, okay, there's a person right there, yeah. That's a pretty good looking human face right there. I think you all see that right here. And it's still probably one of the gods. I know there was a female divinity. I'm not sure. I guess nobody knows her name. And then even right up here, this is all a figure. There's the eyes, the nose. Something with a long nose here. And we'll turn it upside down in a second. Look, there's all kinds of stuff. Look at this face up here. Face over here. Right in here. There's just so much going on. That's pretty cool. But I wanted you guys to see this now because as it dries, we're going to lose the images. I'm going to try to slow it down and as much as I can. I'm just not sure what to do. And I've reached out and I'm just not getting any answers. There's a face right here. There's a rabbit on here. Too. The only thing about this bone is I'm not seeing the story on here. Well, I take that back. I might just be. We might be. Kinda. Okay. Like the one I did the other day where we had the owl. This might be maybe. Man, wait real quick. Look at the teeth right here. And look at the face. You guys see that? That's pretty wicked. This is kind of the owl. And it might be the owl, but it's just hard to see. Because we've got the god here that comes on the sides. There's the other one. And then we should have two on the inside that are biting faces or something, whatever it is they do. Do we see? Oh, yes, I think we do. Right here. There's a snout. And what over here is this the other one? Let's take a peek and see if we can't make that out. Oh, it's hard to see. Okay, maybe right here. Is this one biting onto this one here? This one biting onto this one? Is that what I'm seeing? Or no? I mean, there's so many faces. There's a face here. But I think overall that's that motif. But I can't tell with the eyes, the one eye open, one eye closed. Because of the work, all the patina that's on this, the crust, it's encrusted. So I'm not able to fully tell, but I think that's it. I think that's it. It looks right. And then we did have Oki. Well, I'll tell you, here's another way. There's the sun. If that's true, there should be the sun god up here somewhere then. And there should be a rabbit over in here somewhere. So let's find the sun god and the rabbit, and then we'll know. That one here, this is kind of freaky here because it might be the sun god right here. That eye right there, it almost looks like it's glowing right here. You guys see that? But usually the sun god is going to actually have rays coming off of it. And it could be here, we're just not seeing it. You know what? Okay, that looks like that eye's glowing. That eye looks like it might be kind of glowing. That might be the sun god with the glowing eyes. I think you guys see what I'm talking about when I say glowing eyes. They don't have glowing eyes at all. It looks like, look. I'll tell you, going through this with a camera sometimes, the eye actually glimmers when you go over it. It's like, oh boy, it's weird. Because it won't do it without the camera. It only does it with the camera. And I have seen little stones placed in for eyes too. Like little semi-precious gemstones, garnets and stuff like that, because you can find those here in this area. You can actually find amethyst here, moonstone. There's been one diamond found. I think it was 20 or 30 carat diamond. Okay, well, there's the rabbit. The rabbit's right here. There's his nose, there's his eyes, here's an ear, and here's another ear going. So that's what that is. If that could get professionally cleaned, it'll be the owl motif. The one eye open, one eye closed. And we are seeing it, because here it's open. On this side, it's closed. You can see the eyelid, what represents the eyelid right here. That's pretty awesome, guys, I'll tell you. I do want to turn this upside down, because often it'll be a calmer scene. So let's see if we're right. This will be the one that's not like that, though, because that's my luck. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Is it calmer looking? No, because they're biting faces over here, aren't they? See it biting onto this one's face? See its mouth open? It's got its snout or something, and it's got a head in its mouth, too. Look, it's got a little Indian in its mouth. You guys see that? The little Indian guy right here? It's pretty wild. If you guys haven't figured out by now, I have found an extremely significant sight. Look at that whole face right there. Because I've done this for a long time, and I'm seeing stuff I've never seen before. What's interesting, though, about some of these motifs is they're found at a lot of the ancient sites around the world. And it means something. That means something. I think I know what it means. It means humanity is a lot older than what we thought. But I'm having a hard time getting archaeologists to acknowledge this. It just sounds so fanciful. I mean, it just sounds too great. The stuff that's being found, it's just, it sounds too good to be true. It does. And I get it. Look at this figure here. But you guys are definitely seeing stuff that's not, you know. It's not some kind of trick of the brain or trick of light. It's what it is. And when I can find it on stone, bone, wood, oyster shells, copper, and it's all the same figures. Yeah, it's the same figures. A lot of times they're holding heads. You'll even see them holding heads on spikes. In fact, I found a piece of wood the other day. It's actually a head on a spike. I'll have to show that to you sometime. I'm a little disappointed that I'm not seeing more human-looking figures. I mean, really, truly human-looking. Because you'll see those a lot of times in the wood, and they're really cool. I mean, there might be some on here. I'm just not seeing them. There's a lot of stuff going on. Alright, guys. Well, you've listened to me ramble on for almost 14 minutes now. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I'm having one heck of a time. This is, coming across this site, really, I mean, this is like a dream come true. It really is a dream come true. I never in my life would have thought I'd find something so like this before. I mean, never. I'm stumbling on my words. Yep, there it is again. The two faces biting. What does that mean? It means something. Alright, guys. Until the next time, you guys take care. Thanks.